All right, let's jump into another deep dive. Today, it's all about AI video generation.
Buckle up.
Yeah, totally. We're going to explore this awesome YouTube video from Curious Refuge. They've really got the latest scoop.
They really do. It's packed with news and, the newest tools, examples of what people are already doing. So
By the end, you'll be in the know.
absolutely.
All right, so let's kick things off with Kling 1.5. Curious Refuge was highlighting that they've moved to native 1080p resolution.
That's huge. I mean, a lot of these tools were kind of stuck at 720 maybe, and it was a bit blurry on bigger screens, but
Yeah.
this is like, crystal clear detail now.
Like going from, remember when TVs switched from standard def to high def?
Oh, yeah.
It's that kind of jump.
Yeah, exactly. It makes a huge difference.
And they actually showed a demo in the video.
Uh-huh.
This Victorian woman walking down a London street. It was stunning.
Visually. Yeah.
But there was this one moment where her movement, it was just a little off.
Yeah, the physics, right?
Yeah.
There's still, I think, these AI models are still trying to figure out
Natural movement.
exactly how to get that really smooth, natural human movement.
And actually, the Curious Refuge people, they even said they kind of preferred the physics of the older Kling 1.0,
Even though it was lower res.
even though it was lower res.
It's interesting.
Such a trade-off.
Yeah, they're always balancing, right? Visual
Yeah.
fidelity, resolution, motion.
Yeah, and then they mentioned that motion brush feature in Kling 1.0,
Oh, right, yeah.
which was super cool. You could control the movement more precisely.
But it sounds like it hasn't quite made it to the 1.5 version yet,
Yeah, not yet.
which is a shame. I mean, a lot of people really like that control.
It was very cool. Okay, let's switch gears to Hans Avatar 3.0.
Oh, yeah, these avatars are getting good.
So good. Are we getting close to escaping the uncanny valley?
I think so. I mean, the uncanny valley, for those who don't know, is that feeling.
Or that creepy feeling?
Yeah, like something is almost human, but not quite.
Yeah.
And it freaks us out a little bit, right? Hissen's Avatar 3.0, I think they've really made some strides.
Big time.
And one of the coolest features is you can create these avatars from multiple angles.
Oh, that's huge.
You're not just stuck with the head on, facing forward.
You don't want just a cardboard cutout.
Exactly. You can get, different sides, different angles.
Makes it so much more dynamic.
Yeah, much more lifelike.
And you can upload your own audio for the avatar to speak.
Even more control over the final product.
I know, it's wild how far it's come because, just a little while ago, even simple animated avatars, that was a huge deal.
Complex, expensive.
Yeah, now it's like
Yeah, pretty much anyone can do it.
anyone can do it. All right, get ready for this. Google's Notebook LM has a podcast generator.
Okay, hold on. What?
I know, right? They can create an entire podcast episode, just a few clicks.
Oh.
Intro, outro, everything. You just give it the topic.
And it does the rest?
And it does the rest.
So what? It just pulls random information, or how does it actually?
It's beyond that.
Okay.
It analyzes whatever you give it, whether it's text, websites, charts,
Yeah.
and then it creates a script that actually makes sense.
That's really impressive.
Flows.
Yeah.
And they actually did this experiment
What did they do?
where they took the podcast audio that Notebook LM generated, and then they used a separate AI to create video clips of each speaker.
So they had
A virtual podcast studio.
wow, that is wild.
So cool.
It makes you think about the future of
Podcasting, all of it.
yeah, content creation.
I know. Crazy. All right, well, let's talk about someone who needs no introduction. James Cameron.
Oh,
Curious Refuge highlighted that he joined the board of Stability AI.
now that is
Yeah.
a big deal. I mean, this is the guy who, pushed the boundaries of visual effects.
Avatar, Titanic.
Exactly. He's not just doing this for the fun of it. He sees something big here
He does.
in AI for filmmaking.
Yeah, and he wants to create tools that empower artists.
Make the process more efficient, more accessible.
And it's not about replacing human creativity.
That's right. It's about amplifying it.
Yeah, which I think is really important to remember.
Because some people, they see AI as this threat to creativity.
Right.
But it's a tool.
It's just a tool.
It's in how we use it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, speaking of pushing creative boundaries, an AI art museum is opening in Los Angeles.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That really elevates AI art
It does.
to this whole new level.
It's a legitimate art form now.
It is.
And the video mentions Rafi Anadol, who's a prominent AI artist.
Yeah, I've heard that name. He's done some cool stuff.
Yeah, he's had work featured in MoMA, the Smithsonian.
Wow.
It's incredible. Okay, get ready for this one.
Okay.
They talked about using Runway Gen 3, which we know can generate video from text prompts
Yeah.
as a renderer for live-action footage.
Whoa, hold on. What?
It's wild, right?
So you're taking existing footage and you're applying...
Like a filter, but way more than that.
Right, like a unique, like a visual style almost.
Yeah.
That would be incredibly difficult to achieve traditionally.
They showed an example of this boxer,
Uh-huh.
and they made him look like he was made of metal, like a living sculpture.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That could totally revolutionize visual effects.
Oh, big time. Think about fantasy worlds, stylized looks for films,
Anything, really. You could...
and even more subtle stuff, like giving a scene a vintage film grain
Ooh, yeah.
or a dreamlike quality.
It's really pushing the boundaries.
It is. It's mind-blowing.
It is.
All right, let's touch on some other cool updates for Runway Gen 3.
Yeah, what else is new?
One big one, they can render videos in portrait mode now.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know. It's that 9.16 ratio we see everywhere.
Everyone's on their phones.
Yeah. And they're also launching a grant program.
Oh, cool.
Up to $1 million
Wow.
for filmmakers who are using their technology.
They're really putting their money where their mouth is, huh?
They are.
That's great.
They're investing in the future of AI filmmaking.
Yeah, it's not just about the tech, it's about supporting the people using it.
Absolutely. And it's not just Runway making waves in the AI music world.
Okay, what else?
Sino. They've got this new feature where you can create song covers from uploaded audio.
Really?
So you could take your favorite song, upload it, and have it reimagined in a totally different style.
Like, how different are we talking?
Well, they showed an example in the video.
Okay.
And they transformed this one song into everything from like hardcore to indie rock.
That's wild.
Isn't that cool?
AI is getting so good at capturing, like, the essence of a song
Yeah.
and reinterpreting it.
Yeah, before we move on, I got to mention the Curious Refuge. They listed a bunch of upcoming AI events, meetups.
Oh, nice.
Even white papers for the more technical folks out there.
Love to see it. It's such a, like, vibrant community forming around all of this.
It really is.
It's not just a trend, it's a movement.
It's a movement.
Yeah.
Well, we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive. AI-powered avatars, podcast generators, mind-bending visual effects, AI art museums. It's a lot.
The world of AI video generation is just exploding.
It's moving so fast.
And in the next part, we're going to get into some of the ethical stuff, the bigger implications, and even more mind-blowing AI projects, so stay tuned. I mean, it's remarkable how quickly these tools are going from, just being these novelties to being incredibly powerful instruments for creative expression.
It really makes you wonder how far this technology can go and what it means for, the future of video creation.
Yeah.
I mean, are we heading towards a world where anyone can make like Hollywood-level productions just from their bedrooms?
It's certainly a possibility. I mean, the tools are becoming more sophisticated, more user-friendly all the time, but with this increasing accessibility, it comes with responsibility
Right.
to use these tools ethically and thoughtfully.
That's a really good point. Like, what happens when AI can create videos that are so realistic that you can't even distinguish them from real life?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
How do we prevent the spread of misinformation or deep fakes that could, damage someone's reputation?
These are some of the big questions that we need to be thinking about as AI becomes more powerful.
Yeah.
It's crucial to, develop safeguards, guidelines, ensure responsible use. And it's a conversation that needs to involve not just developers and filmmakers, but, policymakers, ethicists, the public at large.
It's almost like we're entering this new era of media literacy where we need to learn how to critically evaluate video content and determine what's real and what's been generated by AI.
Exactly. We're going to need to develop a more discerning eye.
Yeah.
But I think it's also important to remember that AI isn't inherently good or bad.
Right.
It's a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for, positive or negative purposes.
It all comes down to intent.
Right.
And the choices that we make as creators and consumers.
Exactly.
On the one hand, you have the potential for misuse, like generating fake news or propaganda.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you have the potential for incredible good.
Absolutely. Imagine using AI to create educational content that's personalized to each student's learning style.
Right.
Or developing tools that allow people with disabilities to express themselves creatively in ways they never could before.
Or using AI to preserve cultural heritage.
Yeah.
By restoring old films or generating new works of art inspired by historical artifacts.
The possibilities are pretty much limitless.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to some of the incredible projects that Curious Refuge showcased. I was particularly blown away by that seamless blend of anime characters into live-action footage.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. It's fascinating how AI can kind of bridge different visual styles,
Yeah.
blur the lines between animation and reality. Remember those, adorable cat illustrations generated in the style of Van Gogh?
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of how AI can blend artistic styles in these unexpected and delightful ways.
And they even touched on some cutting-edge research like that tool called Mimo that can replace characters in videos with incredible realism.
Oh yeah, Mimo. That's a game changer for visual effects and animation.
It is.
I mean, think about it. You could swap out actors, change costumes, or even create entirely new characters without having to reshoot a single frame.
It could save filmmakers so much time and money.
Right, and open up new avenues for storytelling.
Imagine, like, being able to create a historical drama with actors who are no longer with us.
Yeah, or a sci-fi epic featuring creatures that, exist only in our imaginations.
And let's not forget about drawing spine up, which can take a simple doodle and transform it into a fluid animation.
Yeah, drawing spine up is incredible. It makes animation accessible to pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
Even those without, any formal training. It's like giving everyone the power to bring their drawings to life, no matter how simple or complex.
It's truly democratizing the creative process.
Yeah.
It's clear that AI is pushing the boundaries of creativity in ways we never imagined.
Well, we've only scratched the surface.
And that's what makes this field so exciting.
Absolutely. It's constantly evolving with new tools and techniques emerging all the time. What we've discussed today is just a snapshot of the current state of the art, and it's likely to look completely different in a year.
I know, it's moving so fast.
Even a few months.
So what does all of this mean for you, our listener? Are you excited about the possibilities?
Are you concerned about the potential pitfalls?
Yeah. Where do you fall on the spectrum?
Wherever you fall, it's important to be aware of these advancements happening in AI video generation and to, engage in thoughtful conversations about their impact on our world.
Absolutely. We can't just sit back and let technology dictate the future.
Right.
It's up to all of us to shape how AI is developed and used and ensure that it benefits humanity as a whole.
Okay, now before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay.
We've explored the technical advancements, we've touched on some ethical considerations,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the emotional impact as AI becomes more capable of creating content that evokes real human emotions? How will that affect us as viewers?
Oh, that's a great question. Will we start to empathize with AI-generated characters?
Will we question our own emotions and experiences?
Will we form emotional attachments to virtual beings that exist only in the digital realm?
And what does that say about our relationship with technology,
Right.
with each other? These are complex questions that, we'll need to explore as we venture further into this uncharted territory.
It's definitely something to think about. Are we on the cusp of this new era of human-machine interaction where the lines between reality and virtuality become increasingly blurred? And what does that mean for our understanding of ourselves and the world around us?
These are questions we'll delve into further in the final part of our deep dive. We'll explore some of the philosophical and societal implications of AI video generation and consider how it might reshape our understanding of creativity, identity, and what it means to be human in a world increasingly intertwined with intelligent machines.
Wow. As we wrap up this deep dive into AI video generation,
Yeah,
I'm just left with this sense of awe
it's a lot to take in.
and a little bit of apprehension, like we're on the edge of something huge, but
We're still trying to figure it all out.
yeah,
It really is like standing at the edge of this vast unknown,
right,
filled with possibilities.
and pitfalls.
But the key is to approach it with curiosity, a willingness to learn, and a commitment to using this tech responsibly.
Couldn't have said it better myself. In the previous parts, we explored all these amazing capabilities, generating avatars, transforming footage, composing music.
Even creating entire podcasts.
I know, right? But now I think it's time to step back, consider the bigger picture.
The philosophical implications.
Yeah, how's this going to shape our understanding of creativity, identity, what it means to be human?
These are big questions, no easy answers, but
Right.
we have to start having these conversations now.
Before it's too late.
Exactly, before this tech reshapes our world without us even realizing it.
One thing that really stood out to me was this potential for AI to democratize video creation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In the past, making high-quality videos, that was a whole thing. You needed skills, equipment, time.
Expensive.
But now, with these tools,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like almost anyone can create stunning visuals.
Animations, films.
Yeah, it's empowering. Imagine students creating animated presentations.
Small businesses making their own marketing videos.
Aspiring filmmakers bringing their visions to life without needing a studio.
It's incredible.
It's like giving everyone a voice.
A platform to share their stories.
But it also raises questions about authorship and originality.
Oh, for sure.
If AI can generate art or a film, who gets the credit?
Right. Who owns the copyright? The developer, the user, the AI itself.
These are tough questions.
They are, and as AI gets more sophisticated, those lines are going to get even blurrier.
Will there be a point where we can't tell the difference between human-created and AI-generated content?
And if so, does it even matter?
That's mind-blowing, but let's not get too lost in the weeds here.
Okay.
I want to bring it back to you, our listener.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about all of this? Excited? Apprehensive?
Maybe a bit of both.
Right.
Maybe you're inspired to try some of these AI video tools.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed by it all.
Yeah.
Whatever you're feeling, we encourage you to engage with this technology, ask questions, experiment, be part of the conversation.
We're all shaping this future together.
Absolutely. The choices we make today will determine the course of AI and its impact on our world.
So stay informed, stay curious, stay engaged.
The future of AI is in our hands.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. We hope you enjoyed exploring the world of AI video generation with us.
Until next time.
Keep exploring, keep creating, and keep questioning.
The future is waiting to be imagined.
And generated.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us.